Check that sucker out. That's in my western sky here tonight. From my driveway. I can hear the neighbor dogs barking in the house. This village living ain't all it's cracked up to be, I'll tell you what. I gotta get out of here. I need to get out into the wilds. I don't belong here. I mean, we're gonna keep this house forever. So we've got roots here. We've got a loved one buried across the street, our daughter. I've got a plot over there for when I finally kick the bucket. But I need at least a few wooded acres to have just a little cabin on to get away from it all, especially at night. Sleeping out in the country is just so much more refreshing and peaceful. So much better sleep. I always think it's interesting. The first thing I think of when I see these things in the sky, these stars and the planets, the wandering stars, whatever they call them, whatever I'm looking at, regardless of which light I look at in the sky and zoom in on, they always look like they're just a light on the other side of water. There's that ripple. If you were at a pool at night and there were lights underwater in the pool and it was dark out, you'd see that ripple. It would look a lot like that. And of course, if you've ever, looks like a cell, doesn't it? If you ever looked into the Bible, it talks about the waters above. Or you could choose to believe that you sprang accidentally from a single-celled amoeba in an African mud puddle, and eventually you became a man by accident. The problem with that is, I always use the motorcycle basket case analogy. If you were to break down every single nut and bolt on a particular year, make, and model motorcycle, there's a finite number of parts and hardware for that. And if you were to take all those parts and a 5-gallon can of gas, oh, let's make it a 1-gallon can of gas, because not all bikes will hold 5 gallons, and you got it all over to the edge of a cliff, and you were to throw all the nuts, bolts, and the gas, everything for the bike, over the cliff, how many times do you think you'd have to walk down to the bottom of the cliff before you ended up, by happenstance and chance and just sheer, time, eventually it happened that everything landed just right and you got to the bottom and there was a running motorcycle there, ready for you to go and function. And then I would ask you, how much more intricate are you as a human being, an organic machine, than that motorcycle? You're infinitely more intricate than that piece of iron that a man thought up. You're not an accident. Regardless of whether they teach that public education system or not. It's ridiculousness to think that way. It truly is. I think I'm starting to get it's starting to get a little hazy on me. I'm holding the camera, that's why it's shaky. If I let go, it's going to be right out of frame, I guarantee it. Because it's moved that much, but I just locked on it. And I've been talking to you. Oh my god, these dogs. Don't even get me started. On these videos, I think it's always nice to see the full zoom, so you can see, like, there's my neighbor's back porch with their party lights out there. That's why I just put my hand in front of them. Alright, what else is there to see here? We can't look this way because of that street light. I need to take this up the hill one of these nights and give you the full effect. Alright, I'll shut it off. That was pretty good action right there, though. You get the idea. It's freaking cold out here. It's going to be real warm, and I'll get this up on one of these big hills where it's just out in the middle of nowhere. One of these nights soon with a few batteries, and we'll get some good footage. Hold on, let me turn my light on and shut this thing off.